Welcome everybody to the Friday Game Day, the first of the doubleheader today. It's between the LSU Tigers and the 7th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs in Sanford Stadium. It's an SEC battle for the ages. How about that, our first SEC battle? But there's another one coming up as well later on in the week. Of course, I'm talking about tomorrow at the same time. Florida takes on Tennessee, 4:33 Central. That will be on Twitch. But for now, we're getting through the final two games streamed on YouTube for the week. It's this game and then tonight's game between Ohio State and Kansas State later on. So anyways, as far as the rosters for both teams, you did not see LSU's roster. They are playing on a game day slate for the first time since week 1 when they played Texas A&M on the road. Now they do it again, this time against Georgia. Matt Monk is the starting quarterback. Remember, he was injured against this same Georgia team last season. That's why he was injured for the rest of the year. Marcus Randall had to take over. They actually had a pretty decent season. Tristan Fadai is the running back alongside Sharon Carey, who's now a senior. You also got Barrington Edwards, an 87 overall freshman, if you need him. Fullback is Michael Ricks still. No Devery Henderson. It's Michael Clayton and Dwayne Bowe. You also have Skylar Green, Benny Brazel out there as well. Tight end Emmett Stanton alongside Tabichi Robinson. Offensive line looking pretty okay. Well, it has some good pieces, but not the greatest line in the world. Led by Bill Milkerson. D-ends Marquise Hill, E.J. Person. D-tackles Kyle Williams, Trey Wright. Or no, it's Simon White. Cameron Vaughn is injured for the rest of the season. I did not even know about this. I thought he wasn't injured, but apparently I was wrong. Cody Wood and Dorset Buckles are the outside linebackers. Middle linebackers, Lionel Turner, Kenny Hollis. Horners, Travis Daniels, Shad Kramer on the outside. Nickelback, D'Angelo Childs. Actually, no, it's probably Ronnie Prude, and then dimeback is D'Angelo Childs. Free safety Leroy Montgomery, of course, the custom player, the 6'8" safety. Alongside, it's actually Jeff Cook who's starting at strong safety. Kicker Andre Botany, Eli Hood, true freshman punter for LSU. Now, of course, we got to take a look at those Bulldogs of Georgia. David Green is the quarterback. He struggled last season with 22 interceptions, the second most last season in the country. Hopefully he does a lot better. He actually is having a pretty good start so far. Tyson Browning and Tony Milton as the running back duo, along with Albert Hollis if you need him. Jeremy Thomas is the fullback. Fred Gibson, Reggie Brown, the dual threat. Senior wideouts. Brian McClendon, Leroy Barr, Anthony Dickerson out there as well. Tight ends, Henry Brock, Marlon Watts, both freshmen. Max Jean Gills leads this offensive line, looking pretty solid over there. D-ends, you got 99 overall senior David Pollock alongside Will Thompson. D-tackles, Kedrick Golston and Gerald Anderson. Outside linebackers, you have Derek Holloway, Arnold Harrison, who won Defensive Player of the Week last week with his performance against South Carolina. Tony Taylor starting at right outside linebacker. Middle linebackers, you got Odell Thurman. Injury to Derek White means Mickey Brown, a true freshman, will take over. Outside corners, Ty Stanton and Demario Minter. And then nickelback is Tim Jennings. Rayshawn Lyman is the dimeback. Sean Jones, the senior, as a free safety. If you know anything about the 2002 Georgia Bulldogs, you know about Boss Bailey and Sean Jones, the defense. Kenny Bailey at strong safety. Kicker is true freshman Michael Burke. Lee Jackson, the junior punter. Those are your lineups for this SEC matchup between the Bulldogs and the Tigers. Home Depot SEC on CBS hitting the sim once again. There they are. As far as uniforms go, Georgia does not have any alternate uniforms. Neither does LSU. Alright, we're just going to go straight into it. That sucks that they don't have anything, but hey, the show must go on, as they say. So here we go. LSU Tigers taking on the Georgia Bulldogs 3-1, going against 3-0. Here we go. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia. Home Depot SEC on CBS, presented by the Grizzly Sports Network. Here we go. LSU Tigers going into Athens to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. This will be a pitiful SEC matchup, as the winner gets a hot start to SEC play. Georgia already played South Carolina, but they have a chance to go to 2-0 in conference play. Howdy, folks. As always, I'm Coach Tepper Price, commentating on every single game. Solo commentating at that. Bringing you this matchup between two juggernaut SEC teams that did not even make the SEC championship. As far as the records from last season, 3-1 LSU. I gotta scroll all the way down. Frank Gibson, 13 catches, 225 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Not a bad start for him. As far as what's going on, LSU finished last season 10-3 with an Outback Bowl win. Georgia finished with an Independence Bowl win and an 8-5 record. LSU finished 12th. Georgia finished 21st. This past season. As far as their preseason rankings go, Georgia was 14th, LSU 19th. So here we go. Georgia wins the toss. They elect to receive to start the first half. First things first, gotta make sure everything's all in order. Higher players need to go in if they need to. I'll leave Vaughn in there. Dykowski, you can go in. Terrell McGill, and I think that's about it, because Ike Wyatt's going to be right to linebacker 1 since Vaughn is out for the season. I was not aware of that. It's actually Carey and Brazel that are the nickel and dime mans. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's really just because they're higher overall, but I don't know about that. That's all for LSU. That's the only change I'm making. For Georgia, I mean, I think Derek Mitchell was the one that was going to be replacing somebody, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Since Arnold Harrison won a Defensive Player of the Week, I don't think there's any point of me replacing him like that. I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave that alone. So anyway, here we go with this football game.
LSU lines up to kick this one off.
First, you got the true freshman. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Oh, I put it on play action only. Here's Hood on the kickoff, and away we go with this football game. Tyson Browning back to return. He's going to take it past the 25 to the 29. That's where Georgia will start their first drive of the game. Led out by David Green. He's trying to improve from his pretty bad 2003 season, where he threw the second most interceptions in the country, 22. He has 3 touchdowns and 1 interception so far this season. I think they were on, the first time they were on Game of the Week was actually last year when they played LSU, of course. There's the fullback run. That will get a few yards. That time ran by Jeremy Thomas. Of course, the impact players for Georgia, Fred Gibson at wideout and Tyson Browning at running back. LSU's defense, Marquise Hill controlling the defensive line, and Lionel Turner being captain of the linebacker crew. 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard fullback run for Thomas. Here's David Green, the lefty. Here he goes, left side, throw deep. Oh, it's complete to Gibson. What a catch. And it's a first down for Georgia, first big play of the game for the Dogs offense. That was a deep shot by David Green, and somehow Gibson was able to get underneath and make the catch. Great first down to kick off this drive for Georgia. Interesting sight to see here. 43 yards to start the game. How about that? So 1st and 10. After a huge completion by Georgia. Brian McClendon goes in motion. Back at the shotgun goes Georgia. Tyson Browning will get the handoff, and he will slither through defenders up the middle, and he may have gotten a first down, or either that or he's very close to the first down marker, but it was a nice run nonetheless. Went up the middle, made a move. Jeff Cook was there to make the tackle, but a nice gain for Tyson Browning. So now in the red zone at the 16, it's 2nd and 1, so it was a 9-yard run. Now here comes the 2nd and short for Georgia. Here we go, David Green. Blitz picked up, nice completion to his tight end, Henry Brock. That's your freshman. And he does pick up a first down. It might be 1st and goal for the Dogs. Georgia already having a nice start to this game with a nice drive that's up to the 10. Not quite 1st and goal, but it is 1st and 9 instead. So here's first down for Georgia. Haven't even gotten to 2 minutes in the game. David Green looking left side. Touchdown, Georgia. The backup tight end, Marlon Watts. The first touchdown of the game is a touchdown throw to the backup tight end from David Green. Green is grass on that first drive for the game. Just too easy there. LSU defense was unaware of the play that happened, and because of it, it was a touchdown thrown. Covering him was actually Travis Daniels, and he was unable to make a play. Great touchdown throw by Green to Marlon Watts, and Georgia about to be up 7-0. Out of the kick by Michael Burke, DJ Shockley as the holder, Maxine Gills as the snapper, and that extra point goes through for Burke. 7-0 Dogs to start the game. How about that? Not even 2 minutes into the game, we already got a touchdown. LSU getting punched right in the mouth, but if you know anything about this LSU defense, LSU team, they always have a counterpunch. Maybe not against BYU, since that was the team that beat them. I still cannot believe they lost to BYU, man. At home. In Baton Rouge. They lost to BYU in Baton Rouge. So, of course, about Georgia. Let's take a look at Georgia first. Yeah. For Georgia's schedule, they beat UTEP in week 2 as Joseph Adai takes that return. Of course, they beat UTEP, they beat Baylor, they beat South Carolina, all in blowout fashion. That's why they're 3-0 right now. Here comes Matt Mock and the LSU offense. 8 touchdowns, 4 picks, 700 yards in 4 games. Obviously, only loss being to BYU. They are able to beat. There's Matt Mock on the left side. Throw, completes it. Watch out, Michael Clayton down the sideline. Can they catch him? What a quick strike. What a quick response for the Tigers. Touchdown, LSU. Only the 2nd touchdown catch of the season for Michael Clayton. I think that goes for 84 yards. He got past the secondary, and it was just all speed after that. Touchdown, Tigers. Got past Sean Jones and Ty Stanton, a true freshman. And LSU's an extra point away from making this a tied ball game already. Bogny to kick it. Of course, Marcus Randall is the holder, and Wilkerson, I believe, is a snapper. Extra point goes through, tied at 7 after 1 play. I was about to say something about LSU. Their only loss, of course, being to the Cougars of BYU, but they do have a couple of wins on their belt. Of course, they beat A&M in week 1. They beat Navy in week 2, and in week 4, They bounced back from their loss to BYU with a victory over Louisiana Monroe. Oh no, never mind. Cincinnati. That's what it was. Oh no, never mind. Cincinnati. That's what it was. There's the kick for Andre Botany. Here goes the return for Gibson past the 20 to the 23. March Madness continuing. It's the second day of the first round matchups. Iowa State taking care of business against Tennessee State, up by 35 points. Kentucky survived at Santa Clara in overtime, 89-84. Arizona making quick work of LIU. Texas Tech making quick work of Akron. Virginia survives a little bit of a scare against Wright State. Oh, nice ball fake by David Green on the option. Watch out, Tyson Browning using his speed down the sideline. This is another long touchdown, and it's for Georgia this time. The big play potential is out of this world. And just like that, Georgia has taken the lead back. What a ball fake by David Green. Then the pitch out to Tyson Browning, taking it all the way. David Green faked out Cody Wood. And then A.J. Purcell tried to catch up to Tyson Browning. That was a defensive end on the running back. You know good and well they are not catching him. Yeah, no chance. Burke will attempt the second extra point of the game. That is very interesting. Two teams coming in here with some good defenses, and all of a sudden it's 21 points already scored in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. Georgia now up 14-7 over LSU. And there's still 4 minutes 43 seconds on the game, on the first quarter. And we still got 3 quarters to go. Who knows what's going to happen? LSU is going to get the ball back. It's actually not Burt kick it off. It's Lee Jackson, the junior punter. I was going to say something about March Madness there. Alabama on a run against Hofstra, 56-43 the current score. Utah State and Villanova in a little bit of a tight battle in the first half. And Tennessee and Miami, Ohio got started. Tennessee with an early 3-point lead. There's Joseph Adai on the return to the 19-yard line. Miami, Ohio, of course, the first 14 beat SMU to get to Tennessee. As for my bracket, yeah. It's not looking good. I mean, I lost like 4 or 5 in a row. I was not too happy about it, but the good news is it's not teams I expected to make it very far. That's the good news. Joseph Adai on the return. He's going to get just a few yards. Not too much there, as he got 3. Tackle goes to Cedric Golston. Second down for LSU. I mean, this defense is supposed to be actually pretty good. I mean, I get it. Like, they got a couple of freshmen out there. I mean, the starters, it's 4 starting defensive players that are freshmen. Matt Mott drops the football. Luckily, LSU was able to recover. That was scary. Almost a bad decision by Matt Mott that could have turned into a turnover. It was a bad decision by Matt Mott, but could have been recovered by Tigers of LSU, and it was actually the fullback Ricks that picked it up. My goodness, already crazy stuff happening in this game. Matt must not make a mistake. 3rd and 1. Little push pass. Skylar Green gets it, and he's actually going to get the first down. Little nice trickeration by the Tigers. Nick Saban was the coach at the time. This was actually in 2004 was his final year before transition to the NFL with the Miami Dolphins. And then a couple years afterward, turned into the best college football coach we've ever seen. Was it 7 national titles he won? I'm trying to think. 2009, 2011, 2012. As Joseph Adai gets a few yards on the run on first down. Uh-oh, Jared Anderson's down. I'm trying to think. 2009. So Darius Swain will take over for Anderson? Oh yeah, well, what was his name? Right. National championships for Saban. I mean, he won one in 03. BCS national championship with LSU. That was the controversial one. Because it was LSU and USC splitting the national title. 2009, 2011, 2012, 2015, 2017, 2020. So it was 6 national titles with Alabama. 7 altogether. Toss to a die, and it's going to go down for a loss. Tackle made by Tony Taylor. And it will be third down. Or it's Tory Taylor. Maybe I spelled that wrong. I think it's Tory and Taylor, not Tony. Not sure why I had this. Tony Taylor. That's probably Tory Taylor. Anyways, 3rd and 9. Here's Mock on 3rd down. Left side. Almost intercepted. Oh, Ty Blanton almost had himself a pick. Ooh, buddy. Oh, it is Tony Taylor. Tory Taylor was a punter. Eli Hood now to punt for the first time in this game. Fred Gibson back to return. 14-7 lead for Georgia already. Some non-stop offensive action here in the first quarter. We're still in the first quarter. Oh, Fred Gibson, what a spin move. Breaking tackles to the 44. If only he would have just stick to the left side, he might have taken that one to the house. But instead, Georgia sits up pretty close to midfield. So here we go now. Next drive for Georgia starting at the 44. 2:09 to go in the first quarter. Everett Green looking pretty sharp right now. Here he goes. Nice protection. Oh, that was a wobbler. I was going to say pretty nice protection there, but not quite there. As that was almost an interception by LSU. That was very scary. Now it's 2nd down and 10. I think it was E.J. Person that got the pressure on David Green. 2:04 to go in the first quarter, 2nd down. Jackson in the backfield, Jeremy Thomas in the backfield alongside Tyson Browning. Here goes Thomas, the fullback. Oh, he breaks the tackle and pushes his way to midfield. And it'll be 3rd down for Georgia. We had a 43-yard pass to Fred Gibson, a long touchdown run for Tyson Browning. We had a long touchdown reception by Michael Clayton already in this first quarter. 3rd and 5. Georgia's 4th in the country at 3rd down conversions with 56%. Option play here for Georgia. Here goes David Green. Pitch to Tyson Browning. He will get the first down after being tackled by Leroy Montgomery. 3 carries for 91 yards and a score already for Browning. And it's only the first quarter. Again, it's only the first quarter. So Gerald Anderson will be out for the rest of the first quarter, so luckily it's nothing too serious. Elmer Prasadis, they had some really specific injuries back then. That's pretty cool. Tyson Browning, who spins away from a defender. Leroy Montgomery was not blocked, so Browning had to spin away. Lionel Turner with a takedown. Looks like he got 2 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Okay, now late in the first quarter, it's starting to slow down a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Slow down. I mean, everybody had to calm down. Second down. Here's the throw. Completion to the freshman. Inside the 30. Maybe to the 25. That's Leroy Barr. And that's a first down for Georgia. Nice completion by David Green to the true freshman. Moves the chains again for the Bulldogs. Tackle was made by Travis Daniels. First down at the 25-yard line. Now Georgia lined up in the eye with a tight end on the right side. They'll throw out of it. David Green looking at the run. Oh, it's dropped by Gibson. Oh, no. That's not a good sign. I think Jeff Cook was there. Or was it Daniels? No. Fred Gibson felt coming towards him, so made him drop the ball. Not sure why he did, but 26 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Second at 10. Fullback on the strong side of the line, or the right side of the line. McClendon will go in motion. Here's a handoff to Tyson Browning, and big hit for LSU's defense. Forces a third down. Lionel Turner again. The fifth-year senior middle linebacker makes another big stand against the run. And this will be third down for the Dogs. But it will also be the end of the first quarter. A very chaotic first quarter at that. Lots of scoring early on. A little bit died down after the end. But Georgia leads 14-7. Third and 9 coming up at the 24-yard line. So here we go. Third down and 9 for Dogs. Can they convert on this third down? McClendon will go in motion. Brazel defending. High snap. David Green dropping back. Looking left side. Oh, knocked away. Travis Daniels with the knockdown. I think it was Gibson as the intended target. Yes, it was. It'll be fourth down for the Dogs. Fred Gibson, 6'4", 197, senior wideout. So here comes the kick. It's Michael Burke, the true freshman from the left hash, 41 yards away. It's the left-footed kicker, DJ Shockley, the holder, Max Jean Gills as the snapper. 41-yard kick is wide left. No good. No good. Score remains 14-7. Wide left on by the true freshman. Bless his heart. So LSU will take over at the 24-yard line after Georgia misses a 41-yarder. So first down LSU. Let's see if Matt Mock and the Tiger offense can get something going. I think the last time LSU shut out Georgia. Matt Mock. Wow, tried to run with the football, but David Pollock was right there to take him down for a loss. Just a bad decision there. I don't know about that play call. Letting the quarterback run with it, especially with that many defenders in the box. I think that was just a bad decision on LSU. Second down and 12. I know Nick Saban could call better plays than that. So second and 12. Dwayne Bowe goes in motion. That's the redshirt freshman. I almost forgot about Dwayne Bowe. Here's Joseph Adai on the carry. He's going to get those yards back in a yard extra before being taken down by Odell Thurman. And this will bring up third down. Third and 9 to be specific. Yeah, LSU is just trying to get on their feet as far as moving the ball down the field, but this 39 could be crucial for them to get themselves in striking distance, potentially tie this game. Third down and 9 for LSU. See what happens here. Little quick rollout. Mock overthrows his target carry. That'll bring up 4th down. LSU's going to have to punt again. Just missed opportunity for the Tiger offense. Matt Mock pretty rarely missing his target on that throw. That forces the Tigers to have to punt this away. Eli Hood to punt the ball again. Gibson back to return as always. I think we see a lot of missed opportunities from all these teams across not just this season, but last season as well. This fair catch will be made at 28. Gibson takes it just short of the 40 to about the 39-yard line. That's where Georgia will start the next drive. Georgia missed a 41-yard field goal on the last drive. They're hoping to perhaps get a little closer now that they know that 41 yards is not exactly his range. I mean, he had the distance, but he just kicked it wide left. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Thomas goes in motion. Five-set blockers. Toss to Tyson Browning, but that was not a good decision. Cook right there to take him down for a loss. You just do not want to go toss play whenever you do not have the numbers to be able to make that play successful. And they committed to the toss, and it cost them 2 yards. 2nd and 12 for Georgia. McClendon will go in motion. Got to get those yards back, and then some. Another toss! Tyson Browning goes down for another loss. It's Chevron Carey at nickelback. Taking him down. What is Georgia doing? Didn't we tell you not to run those toss plays? Yeah, unless you have a good offensive line or you have numbers, don't go toss play. So 3rd and 14. So here we go. Clinton, I think, went in motion. David Green. Lofting one to the right side. Incomplete. That was a big deflection. Went for McClendon. In coverage was Shad Kramer, the true freshman, and able to defend it well. Just like that, Georgia's got a punt this time. With Lee Jackson. First time in this game that they had to punt it away. Tennessee starting to pull away. Alabama starting to pull away. Iowa State still in control of the game against Tennessee State. As here goes Michael Clayton on the return. He'll be taken down. Either the 41 or the 31. It looks like perhaps the 31-yard line. Actually, no, it's the 41-yard line. See the G a little bit closer. 36. So 1st down, LSU at the 36-yard line. Falcons trading for Sydney. What? Anyway. 1st down, LSU. Joseph Adai tries to run for it. Tried to spin, but quickly taken down. Tackle was made by Mickey Brown, the true freshman, who's in place of an injured Derek White at middle linebacker. 5-point game between Hofstra and Alabama. 67-62 with 6:48 to go, so plenty of time for Hofstra to make a comeback. Villanova and Utah State still in a stalemate, perhaps. Matt Mock looking left side. Oh, and it's dropped by Clayton. Matt Mock threaded a needle, but Clayton could not hang on to it. That was a huge missed opportunity there for LSU. Seems like they always do that kind of thing. Always miss those throws that could change a game for you. So now 3rd and 9. 2 of 6 on 3rd downs combined, which is not very good. So here we go. 3rd down. Matt Mock looking right side. overthrows his target, incomplete. Mark Richt loving it. Intended for Dwayne Bowe. Defended by Kenny Bailey, and LSU got a punt for a third time in this first half. Eli Hood, of course, the punter. He's got to be frustrated having to punt this many times. I mean, with LSU's offense, with the amount of talent that they have, it's got to be really frustrating. Watch out, Frank Gibson to the 47. Nice return for number 82, and just like that, Georgia's got the ball in some decent field position again. That's what we talk about every day, right? If we make a big return, it could help pay dividends, depending on what the offense does after that return. Let's see if Georgia can capitalize on this one. 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. First down, close to midfield. Ooh, QB draw for David Green, and he'll be taken down at midfield. Couple yards gained, and oh no. Do not tell me history is repeating itself. Matt Mock injured for the season last year. This time, it's David Green who goes down with a shoulder injury. It was a leg injury that happened to Matt Mock. He was down on the ground in pain. 3-yard run. DJ Shockley is in the game, so it's not the end of the world for Georgia. I think DJ Shockley is a better scrambler, I would say. Shockley with a drop back. Here he goes, lofty one this time, and he makes the catch. It's Leroy Barr. It's first and goal, Georgia. What a catch by the true freshman Leroy Barr. It's at the 4-yard line, first and goal, Georgia. My goodness. Take a look again. A long drop back for Shockley. It was a lofter. And one-on-one coverage. Leroy Montgomery couldn't get there. And just like that, Georgia's set up very well for a touchdown. Absolutely incredible stuff from Georgia's offense. How about Leroy Barr leaping up there as 5'9", 160 pounds. Very nicely done. Here's Thomas on the run. He's going to be just short. Looks like he's down to the 1. Touchdown save and tackle momentarily for LSU. It was made by Kenny Hollis. Good effort by LSU to prevent the touchdown, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough because Georgia is really poised to try to get into the end zone. Second and goal. Browning goes up the middle, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. From 1 yard out, and Georgia's up by 2 scores now. So Georgia now has a chance to take a 21-7 lead over LSU. 3-0 taking on 3-1. Georgia trying to stay perfect and go to 2-0 in SEC play. Kick by Burke goes through, and it's 21-7 Bulldogs. Good start so far for Georgia in this first half. How about the biggest play of the game? The biggest play of the drive had to be that long pass from DJ Shockley to Leroy Barr. I mean, the fact that Leroy Barr was able to make that catch over Leroy Montgomery, who's almost a foot taller than him. I mean, I think that just means the fact that, Leroy, you are a bit overhyped. I am not going to let you bash one of my custom players like that. How dare you? Dude, he's got 4 interceptions this season. I think it was 2 in one game. Here's Joseph Adai on the return to the 23-yard line. I will not let you bash one of my custom players. How freaking dare you? Oh. Anyway, David Green, a bruised shoulder, will return. Thankfully, he is not out for long term. We've seen plenty of those long-term injuries. So 1st and 10. Benny Brazel goes in motion here for LSU. 2:11 to go in the first half. Handoff goes to Adai. Goes up the middle. He's going to break a tackle. Uh-oh. He's going to break another tackle. Pollock with the takedown. He'll go down close to the first down. 6 carries for 17 yards for LSU. Timeout called by LSU. Adai with almost a 10-yard run will set up 2nd down and short. But a nice run to start this drive. It's a 9-yard carry. 2nd and 1 for LSU. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Very good run. Nice vision by Adai to go up the middle. Here's a little screen to Adai, but oh, he's just short. How about David Pollock with a clutch stop on 2nd down? Now brings up 3rd and short. David Pollock with 2 first down saving tackles in this one drive. That's why he's a 99 overall defensive end. Yep, that's why he's one of the best defensive ends in the country. 3rd and 1. Ball. Looking over the middle is dropped. Dwayne Bowe out of the coverage of Demario Minter drops this one. And just like that, LSU's got a punt again with a minute and a half to go in the first half. This is starting to get ugly now. It is starting to get ugly. This has not been a good sign for LSU all game long. Just unable to capitalize on the opportunities they've had on all the drives they've received so far to get back in this game. Here's a punt by Hood. Caught at the 24-yard line. Here goes Gibson to the 39-yard line. That is where Georgia will start their next drive. Now 1st down for the Bulldogs as now they have a 14-point lead and look to add on to it heading into the half. Got to give a big shout out to the Georgia offense here. I mean, it hasn't been the absolute greatest thing in the world, but David Green has really shown signs of improvement, and that's what you really want to see in a quarterback. You want to see him grow. You want to see him improve so that he's ready for the next stage. Pass complete to the sideline to Gibson on 1st down. 7-yard completion. It will be 2nd and 3. Next completion to Gibson that goes out of bounds and stops the clock. Of course, David Green, very nice quarterback for Georgia in his time from 2001 to 2004, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find his college stats anywhere. And so here's 2nd and 3. David Green. Oh, that one was dropped by Gibson. Might have been a little too far out in front. But that was a little... It wasn't too very good. David Green was actually pretty solid in his time with Georgia. He redshirted in 2000, so he was recruited in 2000. First season in 2001 where he won Freshman of the Year. SEC Freshman of the Year, SEC Championship Game MVP, and he was a 1st team and 2nd team All-SEC in his career. 3rd and 3 off the completion. To hand off to Tyson Brown, and he is stopped short. My goodness, how about the stop by Cody Wood, a true freshman, making the play defensively, and all of a sudden Georgia's got to punt this away again. Lee Jackson will punt only for the 2nd time today to LSU. Clutch stop by LSU. How about Cody Wood with a nice stop defensively, able to give LSU the ball back. This has got to wake the LSU Tiger faithful up if they want to get back in this game. That punt goes out of bounds. I think that's going to be inside the 20, though. Yep. So David Green finished his college career as the Southeastern Conference all-time career leader in yards gained with 11,270. in his career. That lasted until 2013 when Aaron Murray broke it. Here goes Joseph Adai with a carry for 4 yards, 7 carries for 21 yards. And this one, Tyson Browning, 9 carries for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns. Second and 6 coming up for LSU. Tyson Browning with 2 touchdowns today. How many did he have going into the game? He had 4. Tony Milton had 4. Might have to check on how many touchdowns he had before. Matt Mock lofting one on second and 6. It's Michael Clayton. First down, LSU. I think they got 1 timeout left. That's why they are no huddling this one. And 30 seconds left to the 49-yard line. They got to hurry up and get this all snapped. Yeah, you got to hurry up. Why are you wasting time? Just get the play going. Rex goes in motion. Not sure why they waited that long. Mock throws on the run. Completes it to Clayton, but it's out of bounds. Or no, it's not out of bounds. It's short of the first down. 4-yard gain to the 47. Hurry up and snap it. What is Michael Clayton doing? They get the snap off. Oh no! You got to get rid of it and go down. Oh, it goes down with 2 seconds left. It was dropped. And there's 2 seconds left. Now it's going to be a Hail Mary situation. Oh my goodness. Did Les Miles come to LSU early? This really is an LSU kind of clock management. It really is. So now this is the final play of the game. They got to go Hail Mary on this play. Can they score before the half ends? Let's see. 3rd and 6. Long drop back for Mock. Here it goes, and it's going to come up short. I think it was Pollock that got the pressure. It sure was. Yep. And that will take us to halftime. 21-7, Bulldogs lead. Take a look at the yardage. My goodness, how about that? 237 to 147. Well, Georgia dominated every category. No turnovers yet for either team. LSU gets the kick to start the second half. Just keep that in mind, as Georgia won the toss and elected to get the football. The words of Matt Hasselbeck, they wanted the ball, they were going to score, and, you know, the opening drop they did. And you did it 2 more times after that. So here goes Lee Jackson, the kickoff. Here we go, the second half of this football game. Michael Clayton on the return, going left side. He's going to go to the 24-yard line, brought down there. Tackle was made. That time by Mickey Brown. And now first down for LSU. So they try to come back in this game down 14. As for Matt Mock for LSU, as this handoff goes to Joseph Adai, he obviously turned into one of the more solid running backs in the NFL. Let's see his college football career. Oh no, I gotta look at the college stats. That was a run for Joseph Adai. He had a very nice run. For 7 yards, it'll be second down. He didn't start too many games, but 2003 was his only year starting, and he led LSU to a national championship. Here's Joseph Adai. Runs a man over. We'll pick up a first down. Tough run for Joseph Adai, but it does move the chains for the Tiger offense. First down to LSU, Matt Mock. Didn't get injured this game so far. I mean, he's lasted a lot longer than he did last year. So here we go. Ricks goes in motion. No offense to the LSU fans out there. I mean, my mom's a great guy. Here's a throw left side, completes it to Clayton, but wow, great job on the guarding the spin move by Ty Blanton. After Michael Clayton caught the ball, read the spin move, took him down, prevented the first down. It will be second down for LSU. 9-yard completion to Michael Clayton's second down and 1 at the 44-yard line. That was just a good play by Ty Blanton to defend that spin move, and now everybody's pinching in for the Georgia defense. Second down and 1. Tight end goes in motion. Here's a die on the run. He's going to be just short. The man in motion was Dimitri Robinson. Sean Jones with the tackle on the die to make sure he didn't get the first down. Third and short for LSU. It's 3rd and 1 now. Now it's gotten worse. 1 of 6 and 1 of 4 for both teams. 3rd and 1 for the Tigers. It's a huge third down. They need to get this to really put momentum on their side. Michael Ricks with the handoff. Gets a first down and more. Michael Ricks, a fullback, able to get the first down. Tackled by Arnold Harrison, but it will be a first down for the Tigers, and now the chains are being moved again. Well, Alabama pulling away from Hofstra. Tennessee with a 20-point lead over Miami, Ohio. Villanova up 2.5. 1st and 10 for LSU after nice. Oh my goodness, a nice run by Michael Ricks, but it's Kendrick Golston getting the sack on Matt Mock. He has got to be frustrating. Kendrick Golston with a nice play. And LSU has got to be thinking Georgia's taking the momentum right back. And a 10-yard loss on that sack. Huge sack for Georgia's defense. Matt Mock did not see it coming, and down he went. And in motion is Skylar Green, 2nd and 20 with Sean Jones defending. Little quick rollout. Mock looking over the middle. Oh, it's dropped by Clayton. It may have been a little behind him. That pass goes incomplete, so now 3rd down for LSU. Not good for the Tiger fans out there. Not good at all. Now it's a 3rd and long, as I like to say, a 3rd and a country mile for LSU. Here is the throw. Robinson on the ground, but big stop for Demario Minter, and LSU's got a punt again. Good job defending that play by Georgia's defense, and LSU's got a punt once again. It's got to be frustrating at this point. It's very, very frustrating for LSU. So now 4th down coming up for the Tigers. As they punt this one away, and this will go out of bounds. No, it's going to be caught at the 18 by Gibson. He'll take it to the 31. So 1st down Georgia. Their first drive starts. First drive of the second half will start. Past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Yep. Alrighty, 1st down for Georgia here at the 32-yard line. Tyson Browning will go in motion. Trips on the left side of the line. Blitz picked up well. David Green throws right side. Completes it to the fullback. Watch out, Jeremy Thomas. Stiff arm. How could the fullback go to the 32-yard line? What a run after the catch by the fullback, Jeremy Thomas. 5'11", 261, moves like a cat. That was an absolutely unbelievable run after the catch. How about that? 1st and 10, Georgia. They're going to give it to him again. That's a reward. Oh, but he fumbles the ball. Thankfully, Georgia recovered it. That was scary. Whew. I believe it was Josh Brock who recovered the fumble. It was Josh Brock who got the fumble recovery. That was very, very close. I don't think Josh and Henry are related. I don't think so. No, they're not. Nope. 2nd and 5. Tyson Browning in motion again. Browning is 5'8", 164 pounds as a redshirt sophomore. 2nd and 5. David Green, short throw, completes it. This time to Reggie Brown, his first catch of the game. In this game so far, 7 of 12, 130 yards and a touchdown. But if you've been watching this game, some of those yardage came on big throws. So he's having himself a pretty good game so far. Yeah, pretty good game so far for David Green. Picking all the right place and moving the ball down the field. Getting Georgia's points. Browning again going in motion. They're using him as a decoy. Like, he is a very nifty, shifty little fella out there trying to use a decoy. David Green on the run, overthrown. Double coverage there, not a smart decision by David Green that time. I guess we jinxed him a little bit there. Yeah, just not a smart throw by David Green, throwing that into double coverage. He overthrew it, which was not exactly the worst thing because nobody on LSU was in position to make the play. No. 2nd and 10. I formation. Here goes Tyson Browning on the carry up the middle. And he will get a nice chunk of yardage. 10 carries, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns. He is close to getting 100 yards on the game. I mean, he started the game off, I believe, with a long touchdown run after LSU scored. If we take a look at how long that one was, it was 76 yards. That was how long that run was from Tyson Brown. 3rd and 4. David Green throws outside. What a deflection by Daniels. Able to get back there to the left side to flip that football away before Gibson could catch it. And Georgia now will set up for a field goal. So now Michael Burke, a true freshman, will have to kick it again, this time from 28 yards. Kick is away, and it is good. 28-yarder goes through for Michael Burke. 24-7, Georgia. This is not Kirby Smart, Georgia. This is Mark Richt, Georgia, but they are having their way so far with LSU. 2004, they were as high as... Their ranking was as high as number 8? I think it was like is either 8 or 3. Let's see, schedule. Oh, it was number 3, okay. Lee Jackson kicking it off. Here goes the return by Michael Clayton. Just short of the 20 at the 19-yard line is where he's brought down. So about Georgia, they were 10-2. Outback win over Wisconsin. That was the same bowl that LSU beat Wisconsin in just last season. They lost 3 games to the teams, both of the teams that went to the SEC championship, Auburn and Tennessee. As for LSU, 9-3, and they lost to Iowa after a Hail Mary in the Capital One Bowl. Here goes the QB draw for Matt Bach. He's going to get a few yards. He's got to be careful because he got injured last season. Gerald Anderson with the tackle. LSU was as high as number 4. Maybe they were number 3 in the preseason? No idea. Anyway. Oh, this was AP, so it was number 4 in the country. They almost lost to Oregon State in their first game. They lost to Auburn, lost to Georgia, and then lost to Iowa. Here goes Joseph Adai on another carry on 2nd down. He's going to get a few more yards, and it will be 3rd down. Looks like 3rd and 3, perhaps, maybe 3rd and 2. Pretty good run game for Joseph Adai, but again, just not getting enough carries really to make a good impact. 3rd and 2 coming up for LSU. Looks like 2.5 yards. Now LSU in the eye. Dwayne Bowe will go motion. I think it's Minter covering. Handoff goes to Adai. Will he get the first down? Looks like he did. We'll have to see what the referees rule. Referee calls. Looks like he did get the first down. And they're going to say yes. 30-yard line, first down, LSU. They were able to beat, LSU was able to beat Florida. That was their only ranked win all year in 2004. Mock. Oh, tried to throw it underneath, but overthrew it. Half flag's going to be on LSU. Dykowski gets a call for holding. He's actually taken over at left guard for Terrell McGill. So 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Clock still stopped. First and 20 off the penalty for LSU. Bach looking over the left side, completes it. First catch of the game for Dwayne Bowe. That will end the 3rd quarter. LSU still down 24-7. Nobody's ever come back from 3 possessions down. Nobody has. Not in the 2nd half, not in the 4th quarter. Nobody's done it. 3-yard completion to Dwayne Bowe on first down. 2nd and 17 to start the 4th quarter. Mock pumps once, fires over the middle. It's picked off. First turnover of the game, and it's Sean Jones who intercepts it. Nick Saban has got to be furious about it. And yeah, somehow that is Nick Saban. Sean Jones able to go up the middle, jump the route, and pick off Matt Mock. And that pass goes into, or that interception return goes inside the 30. Georgia could ice this thing with a score. Oh my goodness, that was only his 5th interception of the year. I think Georgia beat him pretty handily also IRL in 2004 as David Green, ooh, a little bit too short, took a big completed to Gibson. Yeah, it was 45-16. Georgia beat LSU by this score. Jeez. And now 2nd and 10 for David Green in Georgia. David Green threw like, what, 5 touchdowns in that game? I think it was. 2nd and 10 for the Dogs. Man in motion is the tight end, Brock, and here goes Jeremy Thomas to the 21-yard line. Another nice game for the fullback. Tackle made that time by E.J. Person, and we got 3rd down. Looks like 3rd and 6 for Georgia. 3rd and 7 actually at the 23. So here we go, 3rd and 7 for the Dogs. Let's see if they can get a first down here and try to ice this thing. Green, looking left side. Caught by Gibson! That's a touchdown! And that might potentially wrap this game up. Throw left side, I think that might be the... Is that the 1st or 2nd touchdown for... Yep, that's his first one. First touchdown throw to Fred Gibson in this game. Just like that, Georgia is an extra point away from being up 24 points on LSU. The final score for the game in real life was 45-16. 45-16. LSU might not get to that mark, but Georgia might. Maybe. Extra point goes through. 31-7. Georgia leads. Final score of the last game between LSU and Georgia. Very sure LSU shut them out the last time. I'm very sure they did. Back in week number 5. 21-0. That's how much LSU beat Georgia by. It was 21-0. Georgia has a bigger lead in this one than that. At 31-7. Here's the kickoff here by Lee Jackson. Here goes Clayton on the return. Comes up just short of the 20 at the 19. That's where LSU's next drive will start. Just a rough game for Georgia, but they got to come back and fight somehow to get themselves back in shape to be able to compete in the SEC West. Auburn, the clear favorite to win that division. You also got a pretty surging team like Alabama. LSU's going to have to step up their game if they want to compete in that SEC West division. What a catch by Michael Clayton on a deep throw. His 5th catch of the game. He's got 162 yards. He's already got a touchdown in this one. My goodness. Another first down for LSU. I mean, they're trying to put style points out there, but hey, what better player to do so than Michael Clayton? Now, empty formation for the LSU Tigers. As the dive lines up, maybe at the tight end spot. And he will block. Mock, looking right side. Oh, it's dropped. Tried to go one-handed was Benny Brazel. Could not hold on. So it will bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. So here we go, 2nd and 10, trips on the left side. It's an empty formation again for LSU. QB draw for Matt Mock. He's taken down from behind. It will be 3rd down. Taken down by Tony Taylor and brings up 3rd down. My goodness, and you know, LSU, I mean, they've had a little bit of a roller coaster. Started out pretty hot with a good win over A&M. Then, of course, in 3, they lose to BYU, of all teams. I mean, BYU is not the greatest team in the world. Not even out of their own conference, but come on. It was at home. As that pass goes overthrown, it's incomplete. My goodness, that was intended for the tight end. That was Demetric Robinson. Coverage was by Rayshawn Lyman. And Matt Mock and the offense are back out there. They're going to go for it. At this point in the game, why not? 5:20 left to go. You might as well. So here we go. 4th down 6. Let's see what happens here. Mock looking left side. He's got Clayton out there. No! Incomplete. But a flag on Sean Jones. I saw that. Pass interference on Georgia is going to give LSU another set of downs. Mark Rigg not too happy, but that was clear as day. That Sean Jones didn't even allow Michael Clayton a chance to get to that football. That was clear and obvious, the pass interference, as I've seen in this game. I mean, it was just textbook DPI on that play. Just can't be doing that. 1st down to 31 because of it. LSU safe again. Mock, right side, throw, knocked away. Went for Skylar Green, but that pass was tipped. $19-point lead for Tennessee at half. Villanova still up 3 on Utah State. So here we go, 2nd down and 10 for LSU. Option play, Matt Mock. Uh-oh, he's up the middle, and he's got a decent run on 2nd down. Damari Minter with a tackle, but it is 3rd and short. Looks like at the 23, maybe 22-yard line. It's at the 23, so it's 3rd and 2 now for LSU. So here we go. This is a big 3rd down. Should be a good one. Handoff goes to Ricks. Oh, did he get it? I'm not sure if he did. Sean Jones made the tackle. I don't think he got it. I don't think so. Nope. Doesn't look like he did. They're going to call him short, so 4th down for LSU. 4th and 1 from the 21. Or no, from the 22. So here we go. 4th and 1. 4.5 minutes to go. They're going to hand it off to Adai. He will pick up the 1st down. 13 carries for 40 yards in this game for Joseph Adai. Picks up another 1st down, but the fortunate thing is that they are wasting a lot of time. Yeah, they're wasting a lot of time celebrating, and they should be going up to the line and getting another play going. You're down 24 points. You should not be celebrating. You should be hurrying up to that football. 1st down now at the 21-yard line for LSU. Handoff to Joseph Adai. I'm not sure what they're doing. That's going to keep the clock going. What in the world is LSU doing? I don't know what they're doing. Why? Why would you do this? Oh, no. Second down and 5 for LSU. Matt Mock stepping up, fires, completes it to Skylar Green. It's 1st and goal. LSU now has a chance to score, but they are in no rush to get to the end zone. I'm not sure what they're doing. So it's going to be 1st and goal for LSU at the 2-yard line. I have no idea why they are in no rush to get down the field and score. Like, you have a shot at coming back, but you have got to hurry up. They're going to hurry up to get into Adai, and he will easily get in the end zone untouched, except Michael Ricks held on the run. So it wipes the touchdown and pushes LSU back. I think the clock runs too? No. No, it does not. 12-yard line, 1st and goal. Clock doesn't run, but it's at the 12-yard line. It's 1st and goal. 3 minutes to go in the game. Michael Ricks goes in motion. Here goes Mock. Looking left side. Oh, it's dropped by Clayton. Perfect pass. Defender misjudged it. And Clayton, who has been so reliable in this game, drops the ball. Oh. I mean, the one pass you cannot drop, the one you just dropped. Like, are you kidding me? Just an absolute nightmare game for LSU right now. 2nd and goal. Mock. Looking left side. Caught. But it's short. Completed to the backup tight end. LSU is still not hurrying it up. Emmett Stanton with the catch. Oh, and it's going to be 3rd down. And they still have no urgency. That is unbelievable. They still have no urgency to get down the field and score. 2.5 minutes now. Well, they just lost their opportunity, I believe. Oh, and they ran a toss play, and they're not going to get it. What in the world is LSU doing? And they're still wasting clock. I mean, There is no way that Les Miles did not show up to LSU a year early. There's no way. No, he definitely showed up a little early. Because this is horrible clock management. Nick Saban can't be that bad. 4th and goal. Here's the throw. Touchdown on 4th and goal to Michael Clayton. Unfortunately, I think it might be too little too late. I think it is too little too late. LSU can really try. What? This little of time? I don't think it's going to happen. 2:05 left. 2-point conversion would make it a 16-point game. Okay, so LSU is actually pretty close to the actual score. Man goes in motion. It was Skylar Green. Monk's got to get rid of it, but he will not. So the score now reads 31-13, so it's still a 3-score game. And I would believe an onside kick is coming. Yep, onside kick looks like it's coming. I think Georgia's ready for it. Eli Hood to kick it. Let's see if LSU can recover. Gotta be a perfect kick. Oh, it touched the LSU player. Yep. It sure did. Recovered by Georgia. That will do it. Oh, no, they're gonna re-kick. I mean, I feel like Georgia should just... Yeah, they should have... Greg Blue was there for the recovery. I think Georgia should have just kept the kick, and then they would have the football. Not sure what Mark Richt is doing. This has been a little coaching fiasco that we're having right now. Why is the ball at the 40? That should be at the 30-yard line. LSU touched the ball, so it should be a 5-yard penalty backwards. But apparently, this game had a very weird variation of this. And that will be recovered by Georgia. Close to midfield, the 48-yard line. That recovery. Oh, it's going to be clipping. They called clipping on Georgia. Clipping on Georgia. On an onside? Yep. They called it on George. Murphy was there for the recovery. I'm trying to think about where in the heck. Where's George on this play? Oh, 94 right there. Yeah, 94. Oh, wow. So, first down on Georgia, 1:59 left. They called a clipping on the onside kick. What in the world was that? I don't know. Yep, stalemate between Villanova and Utah State still. As Tyson Browning goes down for 3 yards. And now he's officially got 100 yards rushing. And Tennessee, oh boy, yep, he is. Looks like Tennessee's going to beat Miami, Ohio. They're up 20 points. When a team's up 20 points, it's almost impossible to come back. Especially in the college ranks when talent overcomes hard. Something like that. 2nd and 7 for Georgia. So they're just trying to run this clock out. Browning gets another handoff. Gets tackled from behind. Gets another pretty nice gain of 5 that time. And if Georgia gets this first down, it's pretty much over now. Yeah, it would be, well, it's over anyway, but yeah, if Georgia gets this first down, that will officially seal it. So 3rd down and 2 for Georgia. They're going to be able to snap it with less than a minute to go. Looks like 56 seconds. Yes. It's 3rd and 2. They're actually going to throw. I'm not sure why. David Green lofted to the right side. Overthrows his target. Cook was there. Almost had an interception. That went for Henry Brock. Not sure why he would try to do that. But because of that, Georgia has to punt it away. I mean, the clock would have stopped because LSU would have called timeout, but not sure why they would do that. Yeah, that was a very interesting move by Georgia. Here goes Michael Clayton on the return. He's going to take it down to the 32-yard line. Just don't do any late injuries. That would really suck if that were to happen. So anyway, first down for LSU. With 43 seconds left. Michael Clayton, 6 catches, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyson Browning, 12 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns as well. Mock looking over the middle. Oh my goodness gracious, he threw another duck. Chiron Gary intended target. Oh my goodness. What's going on with Matt Mock? Like, I thought he was so good last season. Yeah, I thought he was at least serviceable to be able to get the ball down the field. What's going on now? So 2nd and 10 now. Robinson goes in motion. Mock. Oh, it's swatted at the line, or it bounced off someone's helmet. I think it did get bounced off of someone's helmet. So now 3rd down and 10 with 38 seconds left. Got to get a first down here to at least get some stop points on there, but hate to say it, but it's too little too late. Oh my goodness, wow. 2 of 7 for Georgia, but 3 of 12 for LSU. You kidding me? Matt Mock. Oh, he tried to. Oh, he tried to run for. Wait. Who called timeout? LSU called timeout. Well, 3rd down? Get your pudding. What was that timeout for? No. What in the world was the timeout for? What on earth? What was that, LSU? You called timeout because your team is that bad? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, and LSU recovered a muff punt. Gibson muffed it. That's the first turnover of the entire game for Georgia. Are you kidding me? What was Frank Gibson doing there? Tried to pick it up at the run. Couldn't do so. And it was recovered, finally, by LSU. And guess who it was? Oh, it's the true freshman. Sean Kramer picked it up. So LSU's got the ball at the 31-yard line with 27 seconds left. They got 2 timeouts left. That was kind of a genius timeout. That was either a genius timeout or that timeout was pointless. There's no in between. Here goes Matt Mock. Great protection right side. Complete to an open die. Inside the 5. It's 1st and goal. And somehow he didn't get out of bounds. I thought he did, but I guess he got taken out just before he did. It's now 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. That was the 2nd timeout by LSU. 21 seconds remaining. Skylar Green going to motion. Yeah, somehow this game is not over. I don't know how. I don't know why. Let's not ask questions there. Mock throws quickly. That's a touchdown. Demetric Robinson. 3rd touchdown pass for Matt Mock in this game. Demetric Robinson, 5th-year senior tight end, makes the catch. And I think LSU might go for 2 here. Yes, they will. So now back to a 2-score game. 18 seconds left. They don't have too much time to be able to make this comeback. I think when the newly generated kickers come in to do onsides, maybe it'll be a lot more chance to recover an onside kick. I'm not too sure. Extra point, or sorry, 2-point try. Oh, and that's a good completion. That's a die. Out of the backfield, getting the catch. 2-point conversion's good. What in the world was that? Okay. 18 seconds left. We got grass showing up in front of the cheerleaders, and we got a player that's inside the goalpost. What is going on? What is happening? 31-21. That was Mickey Brown that was inside the goalpost. For literally no reason. So onside kick try for Eli Hood. Had 2 tries. 1 hit an LSU player. Here's his 3rd attempt. Ooh, that's a pretty good kick. Unfortunately, it was in the hands of a Bulldog. And that will do it. It's in the hands of a Bulldog, and that'll do it. Recovery by Inman. Well, it was caught off the bounce by Daniel Inman, and 1 kneel down away from end of this thing. So Georgia will remain unbeaten. LSU will fall to 3-2. Georgia goes to 4-0. Oh no! Offside on defense. Each person went offside. They should have just called encroachment. And you called a timeout. Hey, Nick Saban, the game's over, man. LSU has no timeouts, so all Georgia needs to do is just kneel the ball down and they win. Yep. All they need to do is just kneel the ball down and they've won this game. That's pretty funny. There's the kneel down, and that's it. What a win for the Georgia Bulldogs. They win 31-21. They will go to 2-0 in SEC play. And LSU will fall to 3-2. But congratulations to the Bulldogs of Georgia. They were able to control this game and control it early and often in this football game. What a crazy first quarter, and then Georgia just had enough drives where Georgia just could not come back from, even though the score looks better than people tell you otherwise. So for playing of the game, I'm going to agree with the game and say that Tyson Browning with 12 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns is the player of the game. Very good game for Georgia, for the most part in the offense. The only turnover was on special teams for Georgia, so not counting that towards the offense. So that will do it for this game between LSU and Georgia. Make sure you tune in to us later on tonight, 8/7 Central, for Ohio State, Kansas State. Until then,